All right, people, Catfish Dave here. I believe it's the 18th of May, I believe. I'm out here in the late morning because I was too lazy to get up in the early morning. And I'm fishing the daytime because there's a full moon at night. Now, every time there's a full moon at night, I can't hardly get a bite. So I got up at daylight. If I come out now, I might catch a fish. So it's close to nesting season, but the water is too cool, really. I mean, if they're going by temperature, which supposedly they go by temperature to go on the nest, the water's still a little cool. I contacted a noodler dude to ask him what was up. People were complaining about not catching blue cat and stuff. And normally, you know, May's a pretty hot month, but he says the males are preparing a nest. That was last week. So your blues are probably fixing to go on, and what's next is going to be flatheads. I'm in a big shallow flat, man. The main channel's out there. Lots of deep water way out there. I know fish, when they go on the nest, they're not out there nesting in 40 foot of water. So I'm out here off this flat, off the main river. I could get a combination of anything here. Some places I go tend to be more flatheads. Some places I go tend to be more blues. Where this is at, I'd say you could get a blue, a flathead, or even one of them dag-blasted fish with the stripes on them. So far it's quiet, I like that. Ain't a soul around me. Nice and peaceful. It's one reason I chose this spot. I figured I could pull up here and possibly get some peace. So far, that's what I've got. Now, this is a video, and all I need is a fish in the video to make it a fishing video, and we're good for today. I've got the bait, gonna do the time. Couple hours out here anyway. I'm gonna drink my coffee. Started back for the truck and I heard a clicker. Went to go get my coffee, man. Now we're good. I know flatheads move up shallow this time of year to do their business, you know. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I rinsed my hands off in the water after I baited them hooks, and the water feels a little cold. It does not feel like warm May water. It's been hot last couple days, but we've had a lot of rain this year, keeping everything cool down, and we haven't had that much hot weather. I'm out here to see what that is. I'm gonna mess around out here, see if I can catch me a couple live baits. If I can, I may throw a couple short live baits out. These old cheap little kiddie poles from Walmart is what I use for that. I get them old Big Reds, which is a type of Canadian crawler, I guess, but they're very hardy. They're quite tolerant to temperature changes, heat even. I've kept them pretty late in the year in the back of my truck. Other worms, man, they hit the sun, they just melt. These Big Reds, and they're not even big, they just look like an old earthworm, you know. I don't know what's big about them, but they catch fish and they're pretty hardy, so. Well, obviously, the bluegill bite isn't on fire this morning. Pretty bad when something won't hit a redworm on a float right off the bank. A lot of rock and rubble down there, which is a good place to get green sunfish. The problem with this place is it's public. There's a ramp over here. I made a video out here one time called the longest fishing video ever. And since then, it's been fish slapped to death. Now, a lot of these novice cat guys, they're not as good with the cast net or catching these skipjack as I am, so they'll come out to these public spots. I'm getting some kind of little action there. Could be a turtle. But they'll come out to these public spots and they will slap where the bluegill's out. I mean, they will just clean these bluegills out trying to have catfish bait. So I'd say this place has been fished real hard for bluegills. If I get one 3 inches long out of here, I'll be doing good, I'd say. Can't get a bluegill out here so far. I heard guys complaining on the old Facebook they wasn't getting no blue cats, you know, like it was just done, like they'd already went on the nest. It's a weird spring. It's time for it to be time. The water still feels cool. I think everything's confused. Had a channel cat bite right there. There's one of them dag-blasted kayakers out there. I hope he don't get too close. Can't seem to get a fish. Can't seem to catch a bluegill. I'm gonna pick this mark in a minute. Well, to the guys that said they ain't getting no blue cat right now, that looks like a blue cat to me. That was a bit of a rough release, but that fish was trying to rough me up. I'm gonna put another headpiece on since that's what scored something. Go ahead and get my net out instead of trying to fumble around trying to grab them off the bank with them twisting and turning like that. There ain't no bluegill to be found out here, I can tell you that now. That old bobber's just lifeless out there. That old blue cat hit with the fury. He was ready to eat. I can't even buy a live bluegill right now. This is pathetic. It's a dead morning, man. I mean, there's nothing working the banks. There's no bass working minnows. I don't see any skipjack breaking, no white bass breaking. I don't see nothing. I don't see an occasional carp swimming close to the bank. Usually you come out here and you look down in that rubbly water there, you can at least see a few bluegills swimming around. These bluegills have vanished. They done wiped them out of here. Well, I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing in the morning. Well, I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing in the morning. I'm gonna cast my line and sit and do some time. Starting to get hot. Can't catch a bluegill. I've got a red worm sitting on a bobber for an hour and a half without the first bite. Something actually tasted my worm one time. I got excited there for a minute. Thought I was actually going to get a bluegill. Well, I've learned my lesson. If I ever want to use live bluegills here, I better stop somewhere else and catch them and bring them down here. Got some old dinks wearing my bait out here. I'm gonna reel it in about 10 foot, see if I can pull it away from them. Gonna do some fishing down at the river. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna catch a skipjack and throw it in the water with my 12-foot pole. Can't you see? Can't you see what them catfish been doing to me? Come on, catfish. They slow this morning, I can tell you that. That full moon hit them so hard last night, they ain't even wanting to bite today. Oh! Well, I had one on there for a minute. Dag, blast it. It's about time. Well, I'm not Catfish Dave a little bit, I'm Catfish Dave a lot. And I'm always catching catfish, whether people like it or not. I can tie a palomar and I can tie a snail. All my haters out there viewing, you can all go straight to hell. There's another one of them blue cats that ain't biting. That's a crazy looking fish with that tail going on. I can tie a palomar and I can tie a snail. All my haters out there viewing, you can all go straight to hell. That's a skinny old blue cat right there. Well, it looks like one bluegill is all I'm good for today. I ain't never seen a bluegill so hard to catch. I mainly come out here trying to find spring. It's been kind of weird. We're late enough in May, man. There should be a hot blue cat bite going up the channel with these fish full of eggs. And I'm not seeing it. Guys are complaining about not getting blue cat. You know, I'm catching these channel cats, I'm catching these blue cats, and they don't look like they got eggs in them, you know. And then I catch one that's, well, kind of questionable. It's got a little bit of a fat gut, you know. Are we that early into it because of these cooler water temps, or have they already went on? We're getting this dead spell like that real skinny catfish I caught, man. Is that fish coming off? Did that fish just lay? You know, is that why it's that skinny? I don't know, man. So I'm out here just trying to figure out what's going on. It's been a little bit of an odd late spring. It's like it never really got going this year. Like I say, we had a ridiculous amount of rain, a lot of water flow, kept the river temperatures cooler, but the river temperatures weren't that cold all the way back in March. When I was catching them flatheads back in March, the water was 58 to 60 degrees at that time. So are these fish confused? I'm kind of confused. I just set up out here to see what was going on, you know. I have not caught a blue cat that I can confirm was full of eggs out here. This time of year, they should be full of eggs. Dag, blast it. Man, it just went dead. I wonder if I still got bait. I've seen these little twitches here and there, but surely I haven't been baited. Something's got them turned off today. One bluegill all morning long. All these crashing waves from the boats, getting hot, fish got lockjaw. I'm packing it up, man. One line is slack, but that could have been from the 25-foot waves that just rolled up here. Well, I'm sitting out here and the fish ain't wanting to bite. I'm fishing in the day 'cause the full moon won't let me fish at night. 3 blue cats and a bluegill is all I saw. I'm sitting in the heat and the fish seem to have lockjaw. Well, it's getting dag-blasted hot, and I ain't catching jack doodly squat, so I guess I'll reel these baits in and go back home. Yeehaw! I don't know what's happening. I can't tell you if spring's already over or if it's even started yet. We're at the right time of year. You stick your hands in the water and it feels cold. Things ain't happening like they usually happen, where they usually happen. A couple more weeks will tell me if it's over or just beginning. Until then, right now, I've got the full moon blues. Out here having to fish the heat because you fish at night right now, you ain't gonna get jack squat. This is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. It's Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.